Hey, it's Joe Amoia, founder and creator of GPSforlove.com. And today I'd like to share an email that I recently received from Christina, one of the members of our GPS for Love community. And Christina says, "Hey Joe, I have a quick question. What does it mean exactly to be committed to your partner's growth? What kind of gestures or attitudes does it involve? Or does it simply mean to give them the freedom to do everything and anything they want? Thanks. I look forward to your answer." Well, first of all, Christina, I want to thank you for submitting your question, because what I try and do in GPS for Love is create actual material that's going to help you solve and address your questions and your problems. So, for those of you out there who have questions, please send them in. Who knows, it might be the next video. Now, I want to start off by addressing, the best thing to understand is that if you give a partner support, that doesn't mean giving them a free pass to hedonism. That doesn't mean allowing them to do what they want, when they want, how they want, without the effects of how it's going to work for you. Okay, so let's be clear on that right from the bat. Supporting someone doesn't mean just say, okay, here, I'm going to ignore my needs. You can do whatever you want. That's not true, because in your relationship, you got to understand is that you have needs. There are things you absolutely, positively must have. That's why I created the Checklist for Love program. If you're going to be in a relationship and spend the rest of your life with someone, if that's your goal, well, there are things you absolutely, positively must have. You need them. And if you don't get them, you're going to be one happy camper. And you might be able to, push them aside and think you can survive without them in the beginning. But ultimately, somewhere, somehow down the road, you're going to realize, you know what? This isn't working for me. I'm not getting what I'm really looking for. So we got to start off with that. Now, the next part is, how do you know if a person is really supporting you? What are the gestures? What are the things that they can do? Well, what I believe is that there are actually three things that you should be on the lookout for. So the first one is that you're with a guy who's not jealous. One of the biggest causes of problems in relationship is picking a partner. Now, this works male or female. Okay, because I was involved with someone who is very jealous. Okay, it's a danger. It might be cute in the beginning. Oh, he's jealous. He's that. No, that's his insecurity. And it might be funny. It might be fun in the beginning, but it's going to cause a tremendous amount of pressure because it's going to inhibit you. It's going to smother you. It's not going to allow you to be you. So you got to pick someone who's not jealous, who's secure in himself, who allows you to be you. So that's the first step. Pick someone who's not jealous. The second step kind of dovetails on that, is picking someone who's not controlling. I see it all the time. Don't do that, don't wear that, don't say this, don't do that, don't talk to him, don't talk to her, you can't be friends with her. You know what? That's very, very dangerous. Now, there's a quick way of knowing, because when you support your partner, you want what's best for them, and sometimes they can't see the potential problems because their emotions are so caught up in things. They can't see the harm that a person is causing them because of their agenda. We tend to see things much clearer when we're on the outside. So one of the ways that you have someone who's not controlling is that he talks to you, not at you. He gives you suggestions, not demands. Okay, that's huge, and you definitely want to go back and get this, because it's about being with a partner who doesn't tell you what to do, but shares with you, talks to you, communicates to you, helps you see things from his perspective. It's been tremendous. A lot of times in my relationship with my wife, I get so caught up on where I want to go, what I want to do. And sometimes, I'm going down the wrong path. And she'll say, hey, you know what? I don't think that's a good idea. And then we sit and talk. She doesn't tell me don't do that, because I'm telling you, as a guy, if you tell a guy what to do, I know a lot of you watching this, you work the same way. Someone tells you what to do, you're going to do the exact opposite. You're going to do what you want to do, even if it's going to cause you potential problems down the road. So it's really, really important you pick someone who's not controlling, who's supportive, who talks to you from a place of suggestion. So that's the second step. Now, the third step to know that you've got someone who's supporting you in your growth, and that's you pick someone who's not selfish. See, let's face it, we all are selfish. We all want what we want when we want it. Okay, because there are things we need in order to be happy. There are things we need in order to be successful. There are things we need in order to feel like we're in love. So we've all got essential needs. But what I'm talking about is picking a partner who helps you meet your needs, who supports you, who understands that there are times where he's got to put his needs on the back burner because that's what's best for you and that's what's best for a relationship. There's this old adage out there that relationships are 50-50. You know what? I think that's a lot of bullshit. Now, here's why. Because think of it like on a scale of 100%. Sometimes the relationship is 60-40. Sometimes it's 90-10. Sometimes it's flipped. Sometimes it's 30-70. It's a constant, it's two people working together to make each other happy, to support each other through this thing called life. So it's really important. In order to do that, you have to pick a mate who supports you, who helps you grow as individuals and as you grow as a couple. And that's the quickest and best way to know that you're with the right person, the person who supports you, who's got a vested interest in your growth. I try and be very transparent here at GPS for Love, sharing about my relationship, not because it's special, but because it's working. It's been 15 years. It's going great. We're more in love today than we were the day we got married, because we learn how to work together. We learn how to communicate. We learn how to help each other, meet each other's needs in and out of the bedroom. And it's so important. So you've got to be able to pick a partner from the beginning who does these things consistently. So let's recap. If you want to know if a person is supporting you and it has a vested interest in your growth, there's three things that you want to be on the lookout for. Number one is that he's not jealous. Okay. Number two is he's not controlling. And number three is he's not selfish. He knows that there are times where he's got to put you and your needs ahead of his. And again, of course, this works exactly the same way. You need to do these things as well. And if both of you do these things, that's when you have an amazing, rocking relationship. So I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you think. Have you been in a relationship where you were with a partner who wasn't supporting you? What were they doing? Were there other things that we haven't addressed today? I want to know from you. And also what I want to do is I want to hear, what are your questions? What are your concerns? What are you currently struggling with? What video would you like to see that will help you solve your problems so you can go ahead and create that relationship you desire and you deserve? So take some mirror time, put the answers in the box below, and who knows, it may be the next video. We'll see you next time. Much love.